Alright, I'm gonna go for one more run. So we'll try one of the other two characters. So I can either play the Silent, and its special ability is that like you get to draw 2 additional cards the first turn. It's kind of focused around poison damage or a bunch of free cards, or this robot, which uses like these magical orbs. I'm not super familiar with this character yet, so I guess I should like play the Silent. Alright, hello Mr. Whale. What are you going to do to me? Obtain a curse, max HP plus 14. I don't like getting curses at the beginning of the game. I think that's dangerous. How quickly can I go to a shop? Not super quickly, so I'll ignore the gold. Let's just take a card. I'll take some AoE to start with. 4 damage to all enemies twice. And I'm going to want to like try to fight some elites. So if I take one of the left paths, I can try to go elite here, or alternatively, like, maybe even 3 elites if my build is super, super good. And I think I'm going to want to try to go to this shop before the end of the floor. So let's start here. Alright, so like immediately it's very noticeable like a difference between these characters, right? Like you get 2 more cards for your first hand, so you get a little bit of flexibility in terms of your power level. So I can strike, and not kill anything. So that probably means I should take a very slow and methodical turn and not actually do anything, and take no damage. This character doesn't have that healing ability that the Ironclad had, so I want to avoid taking damage as much as possible. And a turn like this is a much better turn to go and do some damage, because 1 defend will neutralize everything that my opponent's doing. Or I can just kill it and be smart about that. Our starting deck is almost the same as last time, by the way. So we still have all of the strikes and blocks, but instead we have Survivor, gain 8 block, and discard a card, and Neutralize. 3 damage in 1 week, but it's free. Alright, so our opponent has made it so that we deal less damage for that turn. Not that big of a deal. Oh. It's done it again. But I don't care too much. So this will make you weaker, so you only attack for 7. But I can just kill you. A regen potion is nice. Alright. So I'm going to take this card. It doubles the enemy's poison. Now, I don't have any cards that produce poison yet. This is like sort of like drafting in Magic, where sometimes you make a decision early and you decide to go into an archetype. I'm going to take this Catalyst, and then every single time I have the opportunity to draft a poison card later, I'm going to do so. I'm going to awkwardly put a dead card into my deck for a little while, but I accept. Alright, it's this banana situation again. Last time I was willing to take the curse. I don't think I'm anywhere close to a shop. I'll get to one at the end of the floor, but my deck's still very, very small. I think I'm just going to eat that donut that I wanted to eat last time. You eat the donut, it really hits the spot, your max HP increases. Life is good. Alright, so this is a dead card. It does nothing right now. Alright, these things curl up when I hit them. So 1 defend will do everything that I need it to do. So let's weaken you, dagger spray everyone, defend once. And since this has exhaust when I use it, it goes away. So since I can't actually like poison anyone right now, it's fine for that to disappear. Alright, so this thing has increased its strength. But honestly, I kind of expect to kill both of these enemies this turn. So I don't care. Alright, this run going much better than last time. Deadly poison. Perfect. Great. 10 damage to all enemies is a very powerful card, but again, we're trying to commit to an archetype. Alright, so you're attacking for 11 off the bat, which is going to be 2 of my cards. That's fine. We get a little bit of damage in. I like our prospects for this run much better. I think this run is going to go much faster as well. Alright. Oh, so I should probably explain how poison works in this game, by the way. So when you poison someone, that turn, you deal that amount of damage. So I poisoned my opponent for 5, so they dealt 5 damage. And then the poison counter ticks down by 1. So if you have a card that deals 5 poison, it's really 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 over time. So the poison is very, very potent. Do I just kill my opponent? So this is 8 plus 6, 14 plus 8, because I can double the poison. Yeah, I will just kill my opponent, so I don't need to be defensive here. And this is kind of why Catalyst is a build-around card, because if you have 10 poison damage on it, and, like, you double that damage all of a sudden, like, that's just nuts. This is another build-around card for poison. So at the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. This is great. So unlike last time, we actually have a deck direction by, like, the 3rd or 4th room. That's awesome. I feel very, very good about my chances of success this run. Alright, so 7 damage. I guess I can block. No, this is better. So that gets rid of everything. And I don't think this opponent is going to be around long enough for me to, like, need to Noxious Fumes. So I can just, like, take my regular hits here. Alright. So I can't kill my opponent this turn, but I can very much set myself up to kill it. So this thing is effectively at 18, so 3 attacks will kill it, and we have 3 attacks. And the poison triggers at the start of their turn before they act, which is very convenient for me. Give me my gold. Alright. Gain 5 block and draw 2 cards. Sounds awesome. And now we get to face our first elite, and we haven't taken any damage at all. What is Metallicize? At the end of its turn, it gains 4 block. That's okay. So pretty happy with this. So I get to apply poison, and I get to double it on my first turn here. And then also strike it. So, like, right off the bat, like, we've drastically decreased the amount of damage that we need to kill this thing. So, like, it's going to take 9 more from the poison this turn. Alright, so this is enraged now, so whenever I play a skill, it's going to permanently gain 2 strength. So I'm going to try not to play too many skills, but I think it's going to be somewhat inevitable that I need to play a little bit, otherwise I'll soak up a lot of damage. So, like, I can play Survivor, I enrage it, but I don't actually end up taking any damage this turn. And the poison will just continue to tick away. Ugh, 24 is a lot. I can weaken that, but now it's only 18. But every time I play one of these defends, it's rough. So if I play the Noxious Fumes, it's not very much damage, so Dagger Spray is probably better for me. And I will do this. It's kind of sad. But I think I'm only going to need to, like, dodge, like, one big turn. Yeah, so I think I let the poison continue to do its thing, and then just hope that I can kill this thing next turn by dealing 30. Or I guess technically 24. I don't know that I'm getting there. This enemy's rough. So I've got 8 plus 6, 14. I've got 20, so I'm going to be 4 damage short. I guess I can backflip and try to get out of this situation. All right, weak is good. So then it's 15. All right, so I dagger spray. And I defend. But I'm ending up taking just a huge amount of damage from this just due to like the strength buffs. Like this is plus 16 strength and I'm weak. Like luckily I've got it dead this turn, but I'm gonna have to like rest. Maybe not ASAP, but soonish. All right. So this is the thing that gives me block if I don't have block for a turn. Oh, great, Crippling Cloud. 4 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. That's awesome. So I have very good synergy. Let's rest, and then I can probably fight another elite. Because I'm a madman. Alright, these things that negate the debuffs are kind of obnoxious. So I'll negate all of their debuffs next turn. Mad Lad confirmed. And do I have any of these that I want to use? I think I want to use my regen potion this fight. And I could deal some damage this turn, but I think I'm better off just not taking anything. I'm going to take some negative like status cards into my deck, but they're going into my discard pile, so I'm not going to take them immediately in the next couple of turns. So that's the poison being applied to everyone, which is great, because now I can Crippling Cloud. And that gives them all poison, and I can actually end up pretty good for this turn. I'll also drink a potion that gives me some more armor. And then I come out way ahead this turn, because they're poisoned, they're not going to deal any damage to me, and I've also weakened them. So I'm good for my next turn, but in the turns that follow that, I'm going to start drawing those dazed, and I'm going to start to feel the like negative consequences of those being in my deck. Alright, so let's draw 2. Yeah, there we go. So 1 defend, 6, 12, 18. Yeah, I can't kill this yet. So 1 defend, and we'll strike down the weakest one. Oh, I messed up. So because I have this Oraculum or Oraculum, whatever it is, I could have not played the defend and ended up with my defense. So I missed out on 6 points of damage, just like unquestionably. Alright, so we can neutralize one of these, decrease the damage that's going to be dealt to me. There's 15 damage coming in. Yeah, this is the first time I've streamed something other than Magic. You know, I obviously expected viewership numbers to be lower, but like this was something I was more doing for me because like I'm having a lot of fun playing this game and I wanted to like show this off. Especially for the YouTube folks who like just go and watch my videos. I think, you know, I'm likely to see many more views on YouTube for this video than I am for it being live. Okay, so I have a strike and a catalyst. So I can strike this down to 20, double the poison damage on this, and kill this one. And that's very good. But if I kill this, then I don't need to block this turn. And that's useful. Unfortunately, in order for me to kill that, I have to use both of my offensive cards. That might be fine, though. Or I can Survivor and Defend, and then double the poison damage on one of the others. Yeah, if I double the... Yeah, okay, let's do that. So let's Survivor, discard my strike, Defend, Catalyst this one. And while I don't kill anything, I still block all of this, and the poison damage leaves 2 of the 3 creatures dead on board. So any one attack means that I just take this one down. Without taking any damage as well, which is awesome. So that leaves everyone dead on board to poison, so I don't even need to take another action. Alright, we have a good deck this time. Alright, Ninja Scroll. At the start of your combat, add 3 shivs into your hand. Those are 0-cost attacks. Bane. If the enemy has poison, deal 7 damage and 7 damage again. So that's potentially 14 damage for 1 card. That's very good. But I almost kind of want to take Backflip. Like, just drawing cards is awesome, and getting more block is great as well. I kind of want to fight yet another elite. Like, our deck's very good. Or at least give myself the option to. Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Well, that sounds awesome. Speaking of, there's a rest site. Oh, I am toking if I do that. But I think I want to upgrade a card more than I do I want to remove a card. Because I can, like, upgrade Nope. Alright, stop thinking. This turns into triple the enemy's poison. That's stupid. Let's do that. Alright. Elite, go, 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 go. Alright, so it gains 8 block at each one of its turns. That's fine. Alright, so we get a bunch of shivs. That's cool. So this is going to be a very easy turn. Because all I want to do is get this thing triple poisoned. So what provides the most poison? This is 5 poison, this is 4 poison. This also provides 2 weak. I don't think I care, though. I think I just want to, like... So it's 15 versus 12 poison. The weak doesn't do anything this turn, so the weak only does something if they attack next turn. So let's poison them for a larger number. And now these shivs are free, too. This deck feels great. This is like a Magic draft that has gone right. Like, we're clearly in an archetype. We know what we're doing. Alright, so because I have this large amount of poison, I don't need to probably do any attacks for close to the rest of the game. So at every time that I have the opportunity to defend, I will just do so. So, like, again, this poison is just chipping away at him. So I can just defend, defend, defend. And I end up doing way more damage than this thing does. Super pleased. Alright, so we can neutralize you. Crippling Cloud, increase the poison clock, strike again. And my opponent is probably dead the next turn, or certainly the turn after the poison. So, like, it is just dead on board in 2 turns to the poison alone. But I can just kill it now, right? So, oh no, I'm weakened. So I can deal 25. Alright, so I backflip. I Survivor, I'll discard a strike. I have 11. 15 block. I take nothing, you take 15. And then I can just whack the end of turn button because my opponent is dead. So I didn't, like, look at what we started this combat with, but, like, we ended up so far ahead. Alright, I'm in my stride now. This is great. Stone Calendar. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. That is insane. That is so good. Alright, I'm just going to take another backflip. So essentially we're looking for defensive cards and poison cards. Alright, am I going to want to upgrade something or just remove a strike? I think I want to upgrade this. 7 damage, or 7 poison damage to the entire field is very good. But then after this, I'll probably want to be removing cards from my deck. A dead adventurer? Yeah, let's find some loot. Oh man, he doesn't even have pants. This poor guy. He's been gouged and trampled by a horned beast. Find loot. I found gold. Yeah, I'm greedy. Oh, well, that's fine. So this is like an elite enemy. Alright. Unfortunately, we haven't drawn a poison card, so even though we drew Catalyst, we can't take advantage of it this turn. So we're just going to be doing as much damage as we can. So we have hit for 53 and set up 2 poison a turn. But this is that annoying guy that's going to, like, gain damage for each skill that I play. Yeah, we are 100% playing Infect, except instead of 10, we're trying to get to the biggest number that we can get to. Alright, I'm going to strike again, and I will, like, give him some strength to mitigate most of the damage that I'm going to take this turn. I'm going to hope to just kill him. That's maybe not happening. So this will deal 7 and weaken him, but it also gives him strength at the same time, so it kind of ends up in the same spot. Should I just take 13? The issue is, like, these lower block cards aren't actually doing that much. Yeah, so I have the Orichalcum. That's going to let me gain 6 block. So I'm just going to take the 6 block. So my opponent's effectively at 15. That'll do. Alright, so Deadly Poison. Increase the poison up to 16. Strike him. Triple that. Deal 48 to him with poison. Alright. We've ended up, like, very, very well off. Duvu Doll. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength. Okay, so that doesn't do anything, but cool. None of these cards are poison or defensive. I'm going to skip them. I think one of the biggest mistakes I made early on in playing was adding too many cards to my deck. Oh, yeah. Double the enemy's poison. I'm probably taking that, but I'm going to look at the relics. Bottled Lightning. Upon pickup, choose a skill. Start each combat with this in your hand. Twisted Funnel. At the start of each combat, apply 4 poison damage to all enemies. Oh, man. Everything is very good here. So I can take one of these 2 plus the Catalyst. I think starting each combat with everyone having poison always is very good. But at the same time, like, always starting with Catalyst or always starting with Crippling Cloud in my hand is also great. I'm going to take the guaranteed poison all of the time. But this is, like, probably a very close decision. Alright, so let's take that. It leaves me with 117. So I'll take the Catalyst. That leaves me with 79, and I can still remove a card. Let's get a strike out of our deck. Alright. So now, I don't even know that we need to rest. Like, we still have 55 HP. I'm pretty happy with that amount of HP. I think I'm gonna use the Toke option and just remove a strike. And we're planning on killing the big bad Bossarino with poison. Alright, so this is a slightly inconvenient boss because when it splits, it's going to lose the poison that it has. But that's okay. So we'll Deadly Poison. We'll Catalyst, double the poison up to 18. We get those 3 free shivs from our ninja powers. And then I get to strike it. So we've already put it down to 101 after the first turn. Like 39 damage plus like 17 more a turn is great. When this gets to 70, it's going to split. And we might actually be getting it to that this turn. This is, yeah. It's 93, 24, so that'll put it to 69, which means that it's going to split. That is, like, the literal worst place to split it, unfortunately, because that, like, leaves us with 2 large slimes. But that's okay. So we've drawn this at a poor time. So 11 coming in. Do I want to strike? Not really. I can just defend again and then only take 1. I'm probably supposed to do that. Kind of sad that I threw away a deadly poison there. Alright, frail means my defense is going to be less good. Alright, but now everyone's poisoned. Let's make you weaker. Let's draw some cards. Dagger spray both of them, and then Survivor, so I take nothing. That's fine. So these slimed cards, they have to be played in order for them to go away. So like this one that keeps licking me over here is kind of obnoxious. The noxious fumes that I have will be like gradually increasing the amount of damage that these things are going to be taking. But this isn't an amazing turn. Let's take a random skill and see if we can do something cool. Discard your hand, add a shiv to your hand for each card. That's fine. Bullet time would be amazing. Actually, maybe bullet time is amazing. It makes all my cards free, but I can't draw any cards this turn. So that essentially means I get like 2 bonus energy. So I can defend, get rid of one of these bad cards, and then strike the weaker of these 2 down, almost to the point where it'll split. Alright, relatively unexciting turn. Alright, so if I hit this one for 6, it will go 35. And then if I deal any more, it splits. So let's not make you split. Oh no, you're going to split because of the poison. So I can make the 2 slimes that split very small. If I triple the poison, it goes down to 12. But I think I'd rather catalyst this one and let the poison deal more effective damage over time. So these 2 slimes will be bigger, but the 2 that I'll make from this will be quite small. Oh god, everyone is attacking. But we have... Alright, we're going to have a cool turn. So we have a draw 3 potion and bullet time, which will make all my stuff free. So let's draw 3. And then I can bullet time. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Alright, I messed up. This is a very, very bad mistake as well. Alright, so I can neutralize you, and then I have to defend. I took a lot of unnecessary damage this turn. Oh! Stone Calendar. 50 shield damage to all enemies. Carefully planned strategy. I knew that was happening. We've done it. Alright. Okay, so Nightmare. Choose a card. Next turn, add 3 copies of that card into your hand. Exhaust. So... if I do that with Catalyst, I can, like, triple, or double the amount of poison something has. We're going to take that. That sounds awesome. Loving this deck, by the way. Alright. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. That's pretty good. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards, start each combat confused. So confused means that my cards cost a random amount. I don't like that. It's risky. So this one replaces my Ring of the Snake. So instead of drawing 2 cards at the start of the first turn, I'll draw 1 card every turn. I like that much better. I think Snake Eye has, like, huge potential upside, but, like, I'd be scared. And I think I'm very good, so I don't think I need to take a risk. Let's just do that. Alright, so we're in the city. Snack. Yeah, I'm with you. Alright, so, like, given how good my build is against, like, single targets, I want to, like, find the path that lets me take down the most elites. So there's 2 this way. So I could potentially go 1, 2. Can I curve out and get this one too? So I can potentially go 3 elites this way if I plan on taking this guy down. I think I'll start here. And then I can go, like, combat, question mark, combat, combat, shop, elite. Alright, so 10 damage coming in. So let's triple your poison. And then I can just Survivor. And I guess I'll just defend. And then I can use some shivs for no reason, just to make some funny noises on the screen. I guess that's not true. Like, with this plated armor thing, it gets 14 every turn. But if I end up dealing damage to this, then it starts going away. Although, I might not even, like, try to deal damage to this. I might just try to bleed it to death with poison, while being 100% defensive. Yeah, so I can defend again, and then double the poison that this thing has. So it's taking 22 a turn. Alright, I know. This is great. Everything is awesome. This build is great. I'm great. The Silent is great. Alright, so I have 21 poison damage going through. Nice. So let's just... Got 12 damage coming in. So there's the first 5 mitigated. And I can neutralize. So 1 more defensive card means that I'm just totally good. So I can Survivor. Actually, just discard a strike. And I have enough block, so I can add more poison. So now it takes 26 this turn, 25 the next turn, and it's just dead. I don't even need to do anything. Yeah, I'll take another deadly poison. Alright, what do you got for me, friends? We're going into the arena again. We were knocked unconscious, and now we fight. Alright. You are all poisoned. So if I'm willing to take 20 damage, I can Nightmare Catalyst. But that's probably not correct to do. This game is awesome. Like, the reason why I wanted to stream this once was just because I think that people who play Magic will like this game a lot. Like, I am a 99.999% Magic streamer, but this is the first time that I've, liked something else enough to try it off on stream. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Like, I've had a lot of fun playing this game. It has, the same roguelike appeal that I really like from Binding of Isaac, while taking a lot of, the strategy elements that I enjoy from, Magic the Gathering. Alright, so let's figure out what I'm doing this turn. If I triple the enemy's poison, that means that I can kill this one with Catalyst and any other card. Or I can, kill this one with just Catalyst. Yeah, so I just started. I just got this game last week. So, I'm still just playing on, the regular setting. Once I kill the the final boss for the first time, I will start moving up ascension levels. I've gotten to the heart of the Spire, or whatever it's called, a few times, but I haven't gotten a kill successfully. I'll get there. This deck is one that might get there. Like, this is a very powerful deck. Alright, so what do I want to do? So I can guaranteed kill one of these and then greatly weaken the other. So let's kill this, strike that, and then neutralize you. Oh, shoot, this is 30, not 31. I miscounted. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Alright, I guess I'm taking 6 damage this turn. Alright, so now we just could aggro this thing out. Dagger Spray plus the poison kills it. And we're continuing our streak of just, like, murdering everything with poison. Alright, so now, this time around, I'm willing to, like, fight a tricky fight for some great benefits. I'm willing to eat 7 to the nose in order to do something more impressive this turn. So I'm going to go Crippling Cloud, which actually just decreases that to 5. And then one of these things I can just, like, focus on trying to kill. And it's going to be this one, since, like, we've had trouble with this guy since he keeps, like, buffing himself very, very quickly. So, like, let's just put this guy into the range where over 2 turns we, like, should be able to kill him with 100% certainty. So he's going to take 33 and then 32, so I only need to deal 6 in order to kill him, and that's just a strike, or a strike-powered card, which we have gotten. So we can strike this, it's dead on board, deadly poison that, survivor, I don't care that you have strength because you're dying, and this is where I want to be. Like, this thing has 14 poison, sorry. This thing has 28 poison, and is dead on board. Alright, so we should get some good rewards for that. Every time I play 10 attacks, I get an energy. If my HP is full, I gain an extra energy at the start of turn. Deadly poison, yes. Alright, we have some burns. Yeah, I love, love, love Noxious Fumes. Like, this as a starting card is very, very powerful. Yeah, I mean, this is, like, very clearly better than Deadly Poison, right? Alright, this is very cool. So if I Crippling Clouds, all of these will deal 0. And then I can set myself up to do sweet things. So let's start taking down the biggest one of these, and it'll fall out of the sky. And then I can strike it as well. And then it will be sort of like dead to its own poison the next turn. Really, both of these are probably going to be dead, or very, very close to it. Alright, so Deadly Poison will 100%, or sorry, Catalyst doubling kills this, so these two are dead. And then this one we can finish off as well. This build is looking great. Terror is an awesome card, but the attacks that I have are 3 strikes. So all that's going to do is actually make my strikes better, and I'm hoping to take my strikes out of the deck. So I think this is a time where I don't actually take any cards. Alright. So I don't think I need to Nightmare anything. I think I just want to give this thing a lot of poison. These shivs aren't actually that good against this malleable effect. As you can see here, every time it gets hit, it gets a little bit more block. So we're going to rely on our poison to take this thing out rather than, like, the power of our actual attacks. And it's probably just dead. 5 poison, 60 poison. Ta-da! We're great. Ooh, and I don't need vulnerable. Oh, wow. Corpse Explosion. So this is 6 poison, and then when the enemy dies, deal damage equal to its max HP to all enemies. That card's really good. If you get the boss, where it's like 2 of the same things that have like 250 HP, you can kill the first one with that, and then like deal 250 damage to everything on screen. It's super cool. Alright, what am I looking at? 3 random attacks from your draw pile into your hand. So Catalyst is a skill. Deadly Poison is a skill. Alright, so I don't actually care about that. Most of my good stuff are skills. Alright, elite enemies have less HP. I'm not going to break block. I can upgrade 2 random attacks, but my attacks, again, are strikes. So that's... well, and this. So that's not actually good for me. This is good. I think I want to remove a strike, and then I can still pick up this thing where the elite enemies have less HP. I don't know that, like, this actually matters that much, given that we are, like, this poison build, where a lot of times, like, we're dealing damage in huge chunks. But it's definitely relevant, especially if we get an elite that, like, for some reason we're not particularly favored against. We're going to swing off to the right here and hope to be able to take down both of these enemies. Or, sorry, both of these elites. Alright, so 12 incoming. I can currently block 10 of that. I can technically block all 15. So, like, for sure, like, Shiv is just free. I'm going to start by backflipping, see where we can go from here. Corpse Explosion is some more poison, but it's expensive and not at its best here. So you want Corpse Explosion when there's a bunch of enemies that you can deal with. So I guess this is probably going to be a turn where I don't want to take any damage. I also don't think it's a turn where, like, I want to, like, pop an energy potion. Those are valuable and can allow us to do some really stupid things when coupled with Nightmare. So let's just defend, and deadly poison this thing. Alright, 18 damage coming in. Alright, Catalyst is great. So now there's only 12 damage coming in. So I can block 10 of that and then double the poison it has. That's a very good exchange rate. I could bring it up to a larger amount of poison and then double it. But I think doubling it, or just doubling the amount that it has now is fine. And then we're going to, you know, hope to make it through this combat, just only taking a couple more points of damage. 21 here is a little rough. But do we just have it dead? So I can bring it up to 20 poison, triple it up to 60 poison. This might be a turn to pop an energy potion. So I can go up to 20 poison, up to 27 poison, and then triple 27. No, it's not quite there, is it? It's 8. So 20, 40, 60 plus 14, that's 74. So close. Or 81. Yeah, I think I need to backflip and, like, figure out what else I can go into. Nightmare is interesting. So if I pop an energy potion in Nightmare, I can go triple Catalyst Plus, and then next turn I can 100% have it dead. So I could, like, Nightmare, Catalyst Plus, and Survivor. That's not bad. This is kind of why I like cards like Backflip, right? Like, the options that the cards give you are just awesome. So this is, like, hilarious, right? We get to just, like, stupid big numbers here. 42, 126, 378. You know what? For good measure, let's give him a love tap. This is kind of why I picked Nightmare. Like, the potential that cards has is crazy. Starting combat with 10 block. Deal. Deal, deal, deal. Oh, another Noxious Fumes. Awesome. Stacking both of those would be superb. Super, super pleased with this build. Alright. Yeah, to be fair, like, the 3 cards that we were looking at last turn were all very good cards. Alright, so I could go 10 poison up to 14 poison, triple that. Yeah, I think I underrate footwork. I just don't think I've played with that card enough to understand how good it is. But, like, I'm definitely in agreement about that. Alright, so let's neutralize you. That means 1 block undoes everything you do. Alright, I guess I don't even need to block because I have the 10 block that I start with. So can I kill this cultist this turn? So I can go up to 14, triple it. Yeah, so over 2 turns, this cultist is just going to be dead. Alright, so deadly poison that, catalyst, triple that out. So that's 42, so this thing's going to be dead on board, and then I can just focus on taking out this one instead. So the reason I focused on this one is because, like, this thing buffs its own strength, making it more obnoxious over time, and this one often, like, deals with, like, status effects and stuff, and I'm not actually that scared of it. Alright, so let's Crippling Clouds, get this up, double the poison damage on this, end my turn. Be an awesome, awesome, awesome shape. Alright, 7 damage coming through. Oh, I'm hexed now, so I'm going to shuffle terrible cards into my deck. That means my next turn is going to kind of suck. But that's fine. I just don't want to take any damage this combat. And I'm going to draw 2 kind of crummy cards. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to continue my trend of not wanting to take damage and then making my deck worse. But the poison has them dead on board. Like, this is already lethal, so it doesn't matter that I make my deck worse. So, Outmaneuver is an okay card. But energy is not a super limiting resource for me, given how lean my deck is. I think I skip all of these. Yeah, I agree. Like, these can be fine cards in other situations. Like, Finisher is awesome in a Shiv deck, but I don't think this is worth my time. I am going to fight another Elite. We seem to be doing very well against them. This is a great time where we get to see them like, the power of a corpse explosion, and more generally of, like, poison. So I can apply 6 poison, kill an enemy with it, and then it'll just explode, dealing a bunch of damage to everything else. So I guess the question is whether or not I do that immediately. I want to do it to the one that has more HP. So I can Corpse Explosion this one. Throw down my yeah, I'll throw down my Noxious Fumes. And then I'll Shiv, Shiv, Shiv the big guy, getting me an extra energy so that I can Deadly Poison the big guy. So now I negate the damage from this. And I effectively have like 21 more damage on board, which will kill this and greatly weaken this. Alright, so I got a weakened. I don't care about that because like my attack damage isn't that big of a deal. So unfortunately, there's a lot of damage coming in from my big guy here. So I want to backflip. I'll backflip again. Is this the triple? No, this is the double. Do I want to negate 5 more damage? Probably. I could use my Ghost in the Jar and just take 3 damage this turn, which is like, effectively 0 because of my block. But I don't know that I want to give up the Ghost in the Jar here. How am I doing on my map? So I have multiple campfires coming up, so I could rest if I need to. But I might even, like, take this path to fight yet another elite. I take a good chunk of damage this turn if I let this through, though. So, like, I can negate 15 of the 27. Alright. I'll drink it. And then I can double this one's poison. So we kill these 2 with poison, and then I Corpse Explosion that, almost putting this one dead. And so I don't actually need to do much here in order to just, like, finish it off. So I can Crippling Clouds, weaken, go up to 28, go up to 84, death. Good stuff. Alright, Happy Flower. Bonus energy every 3 turns. How do I feel about Blur? So, like, it's a block card with upside. And given the number of backflips that I have, that's probably fine. I think it's close between take Blur and take nothing. I think I take Blur. I think Blur is really good. Alright, I agree. Like, normally I wouldn't be overly excited about that, but given, like, how defensive I am, I think this is worth it. Alright, I'm going to take 2 seconds and refill my water again. So about Blur. It's better in smaller decks when you can play it each turn, but it's great with the amount of backflips. Yeah. And, like, my deck size is pretty good, right? Like, 24 is small-ish, at least for this stage. Like, you can get leaner, especially if you get something that lets you, like, remove bonus cards, but I think it's good. Alright, so for anyone not aware, like, the Sapphire key is one of 3 keys that will let you, like, go and unlock the 4th level. The Blood Vial, like, gaining 2 HP at the start of each combat is kind of medium. I don't think I care about that, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take my key and, like, give myself the possibility of going and doing that last fight. So I think I want to go question mark, elite. All right, what do we got? A long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. Naturally, you join the line and are quickly surrounded by cultists. Oh no. They ignore you as they gleefully chant and wave their weapons around. Murder, murder, murder. Caw, caw, caw. Murder, murder, murder. You eye a donation box. Obtain Ritual Dagger. Deals 15 damage. If this kills an enemy, permanently increase this card's damage by 3 exhaust. That's a fine card. It's actively good, but it doesn't contribute to our deck. Like, if we got this closer to the beginning of, like, floor 1, this is an insanely powerful card, but I think it's too late for this to be better than everything else I'm doing. They don't notice me pilfering 99 gold. I can sleep and heal 25 HP, or choose one of 20 cards to add to my deck. I don't think I need to heal. Like, if I fight this elite and I take a beating, which I don't think is going to happen, but if I do, I can rest up here. So I think I'm going to take my 1 in 20 and hope to find another Noxious Fumes or Catalyst, which I've done. Wraith Form is pretty cool as well. It gives you that intangible, which means you only take 1 damage. But, like, given my build, I'm just going to take a Noxious Fumes. Alright, let's fight another elite. Alright, the Book of Stabbing again. Yeah, like, there were definitely other choices there, but, like, stacking multiple Noxious Fumes is a great recipe for long-term success. Alright, so we get to neutralize. You do go down to doing 8 damage, which is already covered by my 10 initial block, meaning I can both Crippling Clouds and Noxious Fumes. Super pleased. Alright, 12 damage coming in again. So I can go up to 17, then double for 34. So that's not quite lethal. Alright, so let's start with the backflip. So there's 12 coming in. I can just take 0 this turn and be fine with that. I can really, like, favor my life total over anything else when I, like, have this much poison on this thing already. So on that note, like, we can kind of do the same thing again. So I can backflip, then blur, then survivor, and not take anything. And then anytime it, like, attacks for a number less than, like, 15 or something like that, and it's just a small number, I can get more offensive. Well, that's a lot of damage. Let's try to draw into a Catalyst. Nope. Well, I guess I can blur and defend. And that eats up all but one of it. So still happy with that as a whole. Alright, Book of Stabbing is getting aggressive here, so it's probably time to just end this one. So that's 15, up to 21, up to 63. That's death. Kunai. We're not going to play 3 attacks in a turn to get a dexterity, I think, ever. Alright, so Piercing Wail is not necessarily on theme, but it still might be worth taking. Like, especially if an opponent is going to do a multi-hit attack, Piercing Wail's very good. Like, the question is, like, is this actually necessary with all the block that I have in my deck? So I have triple backflip plus blur plus 5 defense still. And so I'm not sure that I actually need the whale. Like, I like the whale. I'm not sure if it's good enough. I think it is. But it's close. Like, the nice thing about it is that, like, if there's, like, 3 enemies that are attacking and you do this, like, you've effectively, like, done 18 block for 1 card. Otherwise, I can just conceptually treat this as, like, a 6 block card. I think I'm going to take it. The upside's pretty good. But I think that's a close decision about whether or not that's actually good enough. Alright, 20 damage coming in. Can I just kill one of these? So I can go up to 9 poison, triple up to 27, plus 12 up to 39. No, I can't quite kill one of them. I can do a lot, or I can defend and mitigate much of the damage. So I'm going to start with weakening you, and then I'll backflip and make my next decision from there. Corpse Explosion is quite good. I think I want to save my Gambler for when I'm in a little bit more of a pinch. Like, I can try to get, like, greedy and, like, draw into, like, the other catalyst, so, like, I can double then triple and kill one or something like that. But I don't think there's a need to get that greedy. So I think what I'm going to do is plan on killing the mage with Corpse Explosion. Well, maybe not. Alright, so I already have all the damage covered. No, I'm going to kill the mage with Corpse Explosion, and then that will more or less kill this as well. So, like, we'll go 6 here, triple that up to 30, and so over 2 turns this is dead. So now I shiv, shiv, shiv. I got the dexterity I said I never thought I was going to get. And then I can also, like, deadly poison here. And so I take 2. But then I think I've got the win on board. So I go Deadly Poison, Dagger Spray. Or I guess not technically on board. No. Yeah, we're fine. So this is like 13 there plus 52. Oh, okay, this is a hard decision. I am not sure which one of these 2 right cards is better. So, another Noxious Fumes is a lot, and it's possible that, like, the Caltrops will just be better. Again, given the number of defensive cards that I have. Like, at what point is it too many Noxious Fumes? Because that would be our 4th Noxious Fumes. And we don't always have the setup turns that we need in order to, like, play those. When it becomes obnoxious, it's too much noxious. Yeah. You might be right that I don't actually want any of them. And, like, that I might be just, like, diluting my deck too much. I'm gonna take the Noxious Fumes. But, like, you might be right. Alright, what do we got? In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book. This damn book. Alright. As you interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writing you're familiar with. Alright. It's about an ancient named Niao. He's exiled to the Spire. I'm getting all achy. And I'm just, like, bleeding to death over here, as I'm feeling very weak and tired. Alright. Well, I take the book and lose 10 HP. Yeah, I'm already kind of committed to this. Alright, what does it do? At the start of each combat, add a random power card into your hand. It costs 0 for that turn. Great. I will take that. Upon finishing the tome, you decide to take it with you. With proof in hand, will you retain your memories? Okay. I have 37 HP. I have not taken very much damage on enemies, period. But it might be greedy to not rest. So, like, I've made it through this entire floor taking, like, 40 damage. But all it takes is, like, one turn where, like, my opponent wants to, like, go and do 20. And I might be in bad shape. So what's the boss? It's the hexagon thing. I should probably rest. I don't think I need to, but I would be very sad if I died given how good this build is. Oh no, it wasn't the hexagon thing. I need to learn what those symbols are better. Alright, so I get free Wraith form. Gain 2 intangible at the end of your turn, lose 1 dexterity. I don't know that I'll play that. Like, it's very good for free, but like the first turn of that is not going to do anything because he's just doing some unknown thing. We're going to play the Noxious Fumes, and then I'll Crippling Cloud to get that weak in there. And I think that's good enough. At some point in this fight, I might end up popping my Energy Potion, but that would have to be on a turn that would involve Catalyst. So this is the double. I could take a lot of damage this turn and not block at all, and I think I'm going to do that. Oh, I have the Piercing Wail, though. Like, the Piercing Wail mitigates almost all of this damage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I'll Deadly Poison you, Deadly Poison you, double it up to 26. And I think the plan for this fight is to largely ignore the minions. And, okay, so my Nightmare got locked in stasis. If I kill this enemy, I'll get it back. So, like, ooh, Corpse Explosion is interesting. If I, like, go and kill one of these, I can deal 55. Or I can just ignore that and go Corpse Explosion on this, and then triple it up, which is what I'm going to do. Normally, I would, like, play both of these Noxious Fumes, but I think the end is nigh for this. That's 102 poison. This game is great. I love it so much. Our first run with the Ironclad was, like, absolutely horrible, but this one is going well. Alright, so now all I need to do is kind of just wait things out and not accidentally die. So let's, like, backflip. Let's backflip, and then we can Survivor, discard a random card, and just, like, this thing is dead next turn. We're in absolutely no danger of dying, and we've done it. We're a great boss-killing deck. I don't even need to do anything. Oh, we've gotten a Ghost in the Jar. Tools of the Trade. At the start of your turn, draw a card and discard a card. That's fine. Like, that's card selection. It's not amazing, but if we're looking to, like, dig towards Catalyst, like, all the time, that is 100% worth it. Alright, what do we got? When you would die, heal to 50% max instead. Gain this, I can no longer smith. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Fusion Hammer here. Like, I don't need to smith, because at rest sites I can remove the, like, the strikes, and then if I get through those, some of the defends from my deck. So, like, this is purely upside for us. Alright, so I need to get the red key shard. How do we do that? I forget which one is which. So red key. All right, it's a campfire one. That one I need to get from a campfire. All right, so that's easy to get. I can get that at any time. I'm gonna want to go to a shop at some point. So we have one here, one here. Do I have any late on? I do. So here. So ideally, I'd like to end here. But taking that path means I won't fight very many elites. So I can like go to here and then plan on fighting multiple elites and like get relics. That's fine. I could also like try to go to the shop twice and remove 2 cards, since I'm going to be using one of my campfires to get the key. So like if I get the key here, I can like rest here if I need to. Does left 2 elites lead into the late shop? Yeah, so I can go elite, elite. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can go elite, elite into late shop. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. So, this is awesome. So from this, we got a random power to our hand, and it happened to be Noxious Fumes. Which is awesome. Alright, so we have 10 coming through here. If I Corpse Explosion one of these, I can probably kill all of them. Can I just, like, get to anything resembling lethal this turn? So I can go up to 6, I can go up to 10, I can go up to 30 poison this turn. Plus 12, I can't quite get there, but I can end up very close. Oh, I have 5 energy. And I don't need to block. Okay, we might be able to get there. Alright, so, like, let's say I go for the... I can go for the one that's 50, because that exploding will kill all the ones that matter. Alright, so let's see how close I can get. So I can go Shiv, Shiv, Shiv. Corpse Explosion this. Catalyst this. Strike this, and end up just short, but end up killing everything next turn. And this is really convenient. These things have an ability called Lifelink, so if you don't kill all of the enemies on screen, they go and revive within 2 turns. Alright, so this is going to deal 50 to everything, so I have everything dead on board already. I'll play some guards for giggles. Another Ghost in a Jar, which means I will discard my Gambler's Brew, despite the fact that that is a great card. That is a lot of backflips. I mean, I'm not going to say no to it. But I might actually be getting to the point where I have too many backflips. Outmaneuver Plus is also okay. But again, the energy issue is not a huge issue for this deck. We're relatively lean. Alright, as you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip, you begin to fall. On free fall, you consider your options. In land, lose deadly poison. Channel, lose Noxious Fumes. No. Strike or lose strike. Hold on, you're telling me that losing strike is a downside? I think you're wrong. I will strike and lose strike. Deal. That was awesome. That was very good for us. Alright, 3 somewhat tedious enemies. This one in particular is kind of annoying because of the thorns, but we can probably ignore that with poison. What is that? Ah! again, awesome situation of starting with accuracy. Shivs deal 3 additional damage. So, like, we have 21 absolutely free damage here. And we have 6 energy, which means that we can play all of the cards in our hand. Alright, so we will deadly poison this one so that we, like, probably don't have to touch it. So this one will blow up in 3 turns, but it will be very, very dead by then. So, like, this is happening, then let's backflip. Yeah, the flip's really good. Alright, so I still have enough block where I can dagger spree and be fine. Because I am going to kill this, or, like, use another defend, either way. Alright, so this is 21 damage, so it won't quite kill this, but I can kill it off of the poison. Or I could put this one in range where it will die to poison next turn as well. It just depends on how I want to approach that. So, like, this one's going to die to poison. I could just, like, split it. But this one's kind of a weak creature. I think I'm going to work towards making this one closer to dead. So, like, with this one dead, I only need to deal 15 to this creature. Or, I guess, like, technically 12, right? So I can go neutralize you, strike you. I need to deal 3 more to that to have it dead. So we don't end up, like, killing the middle one this turn, but that's fine, because it's dead on board. Doesn't matter what I discard. Everything's just dead. So my poison kills them before this bomb goes off, which is very convenient. Alright. I don't think dodge and roll is good enough to add it into my deck. Like, it's kind of 2-turn block, but I have a lot of block already, and I think this is diluting. I like all-out attack, but I'm not really an attacking deck, so I'm just going to skip this. Alright, so we're wanting to go left to elites, into late shop. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go to this question mark. Let's see if we can get another relic. Alright, navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air. You touch it. I actually don't want to add cards to my deck. So, like, whatever colorless card I add is probably going to make my deck worse. So, like, I don't want to add anything, so I'm just going to take 1. The colorless cards are great. Alright, I don't have a lot of experience with them. But, like, I'm very focused right now. Yeah, alright, I'll take 1. Alright, so, like, let's take a look. Exhaust up to 3 cards in your hand. Exhaust. It's not really for our deck, I don't think. Enemy lose 9 strength this turn. That's very good for free. Impatience is also good. Like, we have 1, 2 attacks in our deck. So Impatience is basically always free, draw 2 cards. I'm going to take that. Dark Shackles is also quite nice. Alright, so here's the early shop. And we'll see what we want to do with it. We have a late shop available to us, so we don't necessarily need to blow our load here. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, we're going to play 3 cards every turn, so that does nothing. Draw 2 additional cards at the start of combat. That's good. Medical kit's okay. And card removing is okay. So how much extra stuff are we starting with? Because we do need to consider our starting hand size. Oh, I didn't even notice After Image. Yeah, that card is very good. Like, for us, that essentially means, like, gain 3 to 4 additional block every single turn. And especially on the first turn where we get the shivs, that's quite good. Like, especially if our plan is, like, turtle up. Like, that can be great. So, I kind of want to remove the last strike from my deck. And then I don't know that I buy anything. Like, I think the After Image is very good. But I kind of want to get a relic that I like a lot. More than anything else. But maybe After Image, like, while not fitting the poison side of the deck explicitly, just, like, works well with, like, all these, like, backflips that I have going on, where they just cantrip into other things. I like After Image more in a Shiv deck. Yeah. All right. I'll take the After Image, and I'm going to remove that strike. It's going to put me a little lower on money than I wanted to be, but we'll probably get at least some amount by the time we go to the late game shop. And if we decide we don't want to, you know, so be it as well. All right, we have not taken damage on this floor yet. Things are going well. In Venom. Wow! Talk about a great random power. So whenever we deal an unblocked attack damage, we get to apply poison. So I'm 100% going to throw down a Noxious Fumes here. And I can use... Alright, I'm going to need to backflip. I need more information about this turn. So I'm up to 15 block, which means with one more block, I negate both of these attacks. So it's fine to do this again. Alright, so now we can Shiv, Shiv, Shiv. So we're up to 7 poison there. And I can double the poison on this and double Noxious Fumes, or throw down Tools of the Trade as well, and just like try to loot towards the triple the poison for like a very, very easy kill. But I think if I throw down both Noxious Fumes, when I draw the triple poison, I will just get the kill anyway. It will also just... Alright, so lots of enemies here, but that's not actually a big deal due to our double Noxious Fumes. So, like, everything has, what is it, 8? Yeah, 8 poison. Yeah, here we get, like, a triple the poison. So we can probably just get a kill here, right? So we Crippling Cloud. So that's up to 28. I should probably, like, think about this to make sure that I'm not just gonna, like, eat a whole bunch of damage unnecessarily. Alright, so we get... Yeah, 38 times 5. That's good enough, right? Because that's... Alright, I've been streaming long enough that I don't want to do math. Alright, 38 times 5 is 190. Yeah, That's more than enough. Alright. So, deadly poison. Deadly poison. Or sorry, 38 times 3. Shit, not 5. See, this is what I'm talking about. Alright, 38 times 3 is 114, which is exactly 2 points of damage short. Yeah, I am in agreement. So, like, we take a ghost, and we do that. And so I'm going to kill most of these with the poison here, and then set up the next turn. So, like, the innate 6 block that I get plus ghost leaves me taking nothing. Alright, and so now they are just dead on board to the poison. I don't even need to do anything. Sundial. Every 3 times I shuffle my draw pile, gain 2 energy. That's pretty good. Our deck has gotten bigger. I don't want to take any of these. Like, Deflect Plus is a good card. But, like, I feel like I have enough block in my deck already, despite the fact that that's free. I don't know that I need it. Like, it's good with the backflips, though, in that it's something free that I can draw into. I think I just skip. Like, Acrobatics is much better if I have some shivs to work with. Alright. So let's recall, let's get that key, and leave myself with some flexibility for later. Alright, so I get a free Wraith form. We'll see whether or not I want to use it. Alright, so like, let's just get these out of the way to start with. A whopping 7 energy, which means I'll want to draw into some stuff with backflips. Block's not removed at the start of my turn. That's very good. Because I'm... Alright, so let's backflip again. Yeah, I still have so much energy. This is insane. So I have no attacks in my hand currently, which means this is a draw 2. So 3... Yeah. So I'm going to want to do this. I have more than enough block, like way more than enough block. I'll probably want to blur so I don't have to defend next turn. I'll Noxious Fumes. And I think just doing Deadly Poison is better than Tools of the Trade. I probably don't even need to Wraith form. Like, with the amount of block that I'm going to have stored up, I don't see myself needing that. Alright. So I can deal 5 poison and then double it. But I'll just want to be defensive this turn. I can only... Or no, I have all my leftover. So there's 12 coming in. I don't need to do that. Alright. So let's Deadly Poison, Noxious Fumes, Dagger Spray, and then double that up to 46. Opponent should be dead next turn. Oh wow, 45 coming in. That's gross. This is good. So 33. I guess I probably should have played my after image there. I'm going to miss out on 1 block. This is a turn where I could Ghost in the Jar to just, like, save an absolutely massive amount of life. Like, even with the Piercing Wail that I'm going to do. Like, there's still just, like, way too much damage on the table. So, I can reduce this to 27... and then I can block 12 of that. Still take 15. Is that fine? Maybe that's fine. Like, I'm still at full life. Like, the Ghost in the Jar is very valuable. So if I can get by without using that, great. Alright, so we have 62 poison. Oh, shoot, intangible. That's why it's not dead on board. Okay, I see. So I just need to, like, block my way through this turn, and then the next turn, it's very dead. Alright, so I have more than enough. So we can just play out a couple more cards to round things out. So this is why, like, I value that Ghost in the Jar effect so highly, right? So we can just end our turn and deal 195 poison. Awesome. Old coin. Gain 300 gold. That's going to make the end game shop that we're going to go get to even better. Actually, I don't want this more than any of these others. Hello, friend. Hello. Alright, War Paint. Upgrade 2 random skills. Yes! This deck is great. Alright, so we want to continue curving to the right here. I don't really need to rest. What can I remove from my deck? I can remove a basic block since my backflips are just better. I am fine with that. So I will get to, like, make a choice whether or not I want to go to the end game shop or whether I want to go to, like, the 2 elites. Alright, hello little shark friend, the Maw. Well, I'm probably going to have a great turn. So I have a bunch of energy. So this is a triple. So I can go 7 plus 5, then triple. Alright, we have applied 48 poison on the first turn. Oh no, opponent has a whopping 3 damage coming in for us. Alright, so 5 energy. I already have this attack covered, so I'm not going to need to block this turn. Although I might just end up backflipping to draw some cards. Like, if we draw into another one of the 2 catalysts, like, it's just disgusting. I don't even need to, like, play the after image either. Alright, let's backflip. Let's draw some cards. I have no attacks. Draw. Alright, that's a little sad. So I'll just increase the poison that I'm doing. Alright, so we'll go deadly poison, deadly poison. I guess I want to loot towards the last catalyst. Or I have 2 left. But I could just apply 6 more poison as well. It's probably about a wash. Either way, this fight's a breeze at this stage. Alright, so we can triple the poison up to more than 180 and just end the turn. Alright, this deck's really doing its thing. I don't need any of this. So, 500 something gold is a lot. Like, a lot. And this is going to be my last opportunity to use my gold. So, fighting 2 elites puts my health in jeopardy while resulting in 2 relics, Whereas fighting 2 regular monsters and a shop probably does not put me in any danger. And probably allows me to buy 2 relics as well. Yeah, this is one of the best builds I've ever had, if not the best build. Alright, so I would love to find something that applies poison to everyone. Or I would love to find Corpse Explosion. I probably will want to use Wraith Form this fight. I'm gonna just... in the hopes of finding Corpse Explosion, I'm gonna start attacking the one that has 56. And I wanted to get my hand size down so that when I backflip, I don't, like, draw into too many cards. Alright, so 3 more block over the course of this, or, like, using my Neutralize will do enough. So, like, I'll neutralize the big one. So now we're at 16. I don't need any more block. The Dagger Spray just, like, dealing 8 to everything across the board is pretty good. I can also go, like... Is this a triple? Yeah. So I can go Deadly Poison on the toughest one. Do that. Dagger Spray this down. And also throw down my Noxious Fumes. And I won't Wraith Form, since I've got this damage covered. It's possible that I just should have. So, like, this one's dead. Neither one of these... Alright, Corpse Explosion is awesome. Alright. So, like, that guarantees the kill. So we got the Corpse Explosion, that's 56 to everything. Sweet. No chance to regrow. Oh, shoot. So, I probably want that 5 max HP, but I have to throw away one of my other potions in order to use it, and they're all very good. I don't know that that's actually the right decision. I don't think I need a Poison Stab. I think I'm going to skip all of this. Yeah, I'm happy with my card draw ability. Alright. Starting with Footwork is great. So 3, 6, 7, 8. What did I do? I don't have any attacks. Oh, shoot, I have the shivs. I'm stupid. Alright, I threw away damage. That's on me. Alright, so I get to After Image. Start going to town here. So I can't do everything here. Probably gonna want to just... If I double defend, I gain 16 block up to 29. I still take a good hit, but I'm gonna rest up ahead. So I think that's fine. If I triple this, one of these goes up to 12 poison. That's fine. Let's do it on one of the ones I haven't started bullying. Yeah, I was so focused on, like, oh, I don't have one of the 2 cards in my deck that are attacks that I, like, forgot about my shivs. I'm slightly upset about that. But, realistically, not. Alright, so I have 4 energy, so I can go Crippling Clouds, and then Corpse Explosion. But that's not a kill. So I'll just want to Corpse Explosion this one, so that when it dies, everything is out. And then I'll go Blur plus Defend, taking 1 damage for the turn. And then I have Lethal on board next turn. Oh, I guess technically not. So, like, this is 41, and this is 44, so I do need to do a little bit of damage to this one. But that should not be an issue. So I can go, like, Deadly Poison, Catalyst. Play some other cards for no reason. Yeah, there we go. Deadly Poison Plus. Apply 7 poison. Like, that's better than the multiple Deadly Poisons that I already have. Whether or not that's, like, good enough to go in my deck is unclear. Cloak and Dagger is really good. Yeah, you're right. I should probably just take that. So I get 6 block plus 2 shivs. Yeah, let's take that. Alright. Be good to us, shop. What do we got? Panache is neat. Anytime I play 5 cards, deal 10 damage to everything. That's great. Alright, what are these? Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. That card's kind of medium. Ooh, this is great for us. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. I want that. And Dolly's Mirror is insane, too. Wow, this is an awesome set of cards. So, we get Dolly's Mirror. We use it to get another copy of Catalyst Plus. So that's like step 1. Yeah, Die 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 is really good. Like, this is an awesome shop. This is a very good shop to have a lot of money at. So I'm gonna Art of War, and then I get, like, 1 neat thing out of all of this. And I'm not sure what that last card is supposed to be. Like, the awkward thing is, like, I can't get any 2 of these. I think Panache takes a little bit of work to do, but I can probably somewhat consistently enable it. I kind of just want to take Footwork. And just, like, make my blocks better over time. Oh, yeah, I can Footwork and like, grab a potion. Yeah, you're right. I think I want the regen potion. But, like, Swift is very good. So, like, the regen potion is, like, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 health. And that's not, like, that's certainly not bad. Alright, you say get Swifty? We'll get Swifty. I don't think we need to rest. Which boss are we doing? Yeah, you made it for the stream, and it's also, like, a crazy good build. I need to learn what these symbols are, because I don't actually know what this is. But okay, so you know. All right, yeah, you're right. If it's that boss, I should rest. This thing is obnoxious. Like, we're gonna be well suited to beat this, but the way this one works is we have to kill it twice. So you kill it once, and then it gets awakened. Oh, yeah. I see. I got it. So Infinite Blades is an awesome power to get for free. So we get one shiv every turn for free. Yeah, he's gonna clear the poison when he transforms, but that's okay. That's to be expected. All right, let's start doing some things. Yeah, so I do nothing a lot. We did 2 runs today. We did 1 run with the warrior type class, the Ironclad, and now this is our 2nd run of the day. I have about a week worth of playtime on this save file, so it's not like 100% from scratch, but it's close. How much do I care about these versus how much do I just want to like go to town on this guy? Because I can stack 15 poison up on him this turn, which is powerful, but like similarly, I could throw some amount of poison on these. Like, I'm going to want to clear these at some point. So, like... If I do 15 poison to this one, that's 15, then 14. Yeah, you know what? Let's clear out the minions, because I can do so at very, very little cost to myself. And they get stronger over time, so I do care about them. Crippling Cloud is great. After Image is also great. This might be a turn where, like, I will potentially pop an energy potion or a ghost in the jar. So, like, I'm going to want to After Image. I'm going to want to Footwork. I'm fine with throwing down a Shiv. It doesn't need to be on him. So let's Shiv. If I end up Crippling Cloud plus Shiv will give me enough. Alright, so now I draw 2. Oh, neat. Dagger Spray is very good. So this can deal 8. That's 28. So this leaves that dead. Alright. I want to do this. Like, it provides a lot of long-term benefit. And then what do I want to do from here? So this is dead. I don't care about this 4 damage. So this is still a lot of damage, though. Alright, let's backflip and see where we go. If I draw into something good, I'm okay with popping an energy potion. Alright, so I can pop an energy potion and triple my poison here. That means, like, we'll be doing some damage even through the regen, and we can set ourselves up for the next catalyst that we draw. Alright, so now I'll probably just mitigate the damage that I take by going Defend and Blur. Maybe I'm supposed to defend in Noxious Fumes instead. Like, I've already soaked up most of it. So I've only been playing this for like a week, but there's scaling difficulty levels you can play. So like I'm kind of playing on the base difficulty right now, and you can go up to like kind of like plus 20 in terms of like raw difficulty. So I think that like there's great value to be had in playing this game for a long time. All right, so I probably don't want to use this catalyst So, like, in my deck total, I have 3 copies of that card, and I've already... Or no, do I have 4? I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 copies of the card, so it's kind of questionable whether or not I want to use a second one. So I like the idea of Corpse Explosion on this, so that it'll deal 54 to this when it dies. And so I got 22, 26. I need to do 12 more to this to kill it, and I don't. All right, so let's backflip. So this is effectively 12 block right here. So that's very good. That means I don't really need to defend anymore this turn. And then this can just die with poison over 2 turns. Meaning that I can Shiv. And again, I don't think I want to use these until I go to this thing's next form. So I'll just Survivor. Like, the 40-ish poison damage that we have already is more than enough to kill this. And I'd like to get through the second form very quickly. Alright, so this thing's dead on board, so I've got 25 to worry about. Oh, yeah, thank you, the calendar. The calendar is going to be sweet. Alright, so let's do some setup. So let's go backflip. Cloak and Dagger. Throw some shivs out there. Do a good amount of damage. I guess, like, setting up, like, Noxious Fumes for the long term is great. But, yeah, I'm fine with taking 3. So let's go Noxious Fumes. And actually, I guess Tools of the Trade is probably better than the second Noxious Fumes, so that I can filter away my catalysts when I draw them. Yeah, I agree. Alright, lots of damage coming in. It's in fact so much damage that I might consider using either my Catalyst or my Ghost in the Jar. So there's 52 damage coming in. Got like 9, 18, 38, 40, 52. Actually, I can cover almost all of it. And just like take another turn worth of bleed. But if I double it, I can just probably kill it this turn. No, it's fine. So let's discard this. Alright, so let's play our free card. Let's backflip. Oh, that's a great draw. So we got 36 coming in. I have 22 block. Yeah, so I can defend plus. And then I'm fine with just doing a little bit of damage here. Actually, I have the buff from After Image, so I don't even need to take any. Alright. Nope, very much no. Alright, so I want to try to kill this thing this turn so that I can Nightmare, Catalyst, and then just do stupid amounts of damage next turn. Alright, so I need to play this Dagger Spray so that I can Impatience. Man, I don't need to deal very much damage. Alright, so... not blur, backflip. That's unfortunate. That probably means I'm not going to be able to Nightmare Catalyst. Alright. Backflip again. Cloak and Dagger plus some shivs. Alright, so shiv, shiv. Okay, so that's enough to make it go to its last form, and I still have enough energy to Nightmare Catalyst Plus and play Blur so that my extra block doesn't go away. We might be able to just, like, one-shot the second form. Which is something I've never done before, so that sounds really fun. We will need an initial Poison Enabler. My hand is full. Choose a thing to discard. Defend can go. Alright. So we'll Shiv. We get a little bit of initial poison. And then we can go Catalyst up to 42. Catalyst again up to 126. Huzzah. Enemy is dead on board. Oh, not quite dead on board due to regen. But should be dead on board now. I just want to see how big we can get this poison number up to, honestly. And if I wouldn't have played that one random card, I could have gotten it up to, like, 700 something. Life is good. Alright, didn't necessarily need to rest for the boss, but, like, we got an extra energy because of it. The thump, the thump, the thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire, the source of the evil? You prepare your daggers and attack for 908 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but ultimately still pounding. Is your mightiest attack not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness begins to fade. A sudden burst of energy emanates from inside you, jolting you awake. The heart retreats upwards. A large door is revealed in its place. The only reason this door appears is because I gathered the 3 key pieces, and that's not something you can do in your first couple of runs. So this is exciting for me because I've never actually killed the final boss. I have made it there 2 or 3 times, but I have not successfully killed it. This is the best build that I've had when I've made it this far, though. So the way this floor works is there's a fire, a store, an elite, and then you fight it. So we can't smith, resting doesn't do any good, so let's remove a card from our deck. Our worst card, honestly, is probably just the defend. Like, it's either a defend or a just, like, deadly poison, because that's our weakest enabler. Since we have, 4 blocks, or 4 backflips, I'm probably okay with removing a regular defend. I don't think we're going to be able to buy anything at the shop, but I might be pleasantly surprised. Oh man, we're just short of another dexterity. Alright, so what potions? An energy potion is good, a regen potion is good. Oh, we're just short of that. Poison potion is also quite good considering that, like, I can double or triple that damage with catalysts. So, like, although this represents, like, 6 surface damage, it potentially represents a lot more. At the same time, an energy potion, like, also represents a good amount of damage moving forward. I think it's energy. Because, like, the poison that we stack up is already going to get, like, huge. So just, like, enabling myself to get to that point is important. Alright, so this is a weird fight. I've only done it a couple of times. But kind of how it works is, like, oh man, whenever I get an attack that's unblocked, I get a poison. Great. So kind of how this one works is if you're hit when you're facing the wrong direction, you take double damage. Or, not double, 50% more damage. So let's do my setup. I should have done the after image before I played whatever other card there was. Alright. So let's set up with my footwork as well. Yeah, we killed the second form of the wolf in like a single turn. All right. So let's focus on the attacking one first. So we'll go Shiv, 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 applying poison. Now we have no cards or no attacks in hand, so we can Impatience to draw some cards. All right, we have drawn a Catalyst. It's not really at its best here because the amount of poison that I have is low currently. So this would be a fine time to like drop the Swift Potion, because like the payoff for doing so is absolutely huge. Like I essentially have like 3 wasted energy this turn if I don't draw any cards. So like let's drink this. I can Nightmare Catalyst Plus and then try to get another Enabler next turn. Alright. So let's backflip, let's see what we draw into. Noxious Fumes is good. It's not as good of a turn as I would want after using a draw 3 potion, unfortunately. And I don't want to pop a second potion this turn. I could Deadly Poison, go up to 8, and then Catalyst it, rather than playing the Noxious Fumes. Now, alright, let's just Noxious Fumes and Deadly Poison. I'm going to save my Catalyst for my next go-through of the deck, where like it just potentially will be lethal on its own. Alright, so 30 block on both of these is a little obnoxious. I can Deadly Poison, go up to 17 here, and then triple that, and that's very strong. But there's like 48 damage coming in at me, so I probably need to start with my defensive cards. Double then triple, though, might just get me to a kill. So if I go Deadly Poison, that's up to 17. 17 doubled is 34. 34 tripled is 102, which is lethal. Great. Alright, so I go Deadly Poison, Catalyst, Catalyst Plus. So, alright, so that's lethal. And then I need to do something so I don't take a full-on 18. And so that's Cloak and Dagger. Unfortunately, like, the Shivs don't actually accomplish anything. Never mind, they do. The Kunai, or something, oh, maybe it was the Nunchucks. That gave me an extra energy, meaning I can defend an extra time, and I take no damage this turn. Perfect. That was awesome. Alright, 34 damage incoming. We can reduce that by a considerable amount, down to 25. Let's backflip and set up. That is weak, so that's down to 25 damage, which is totally reasonable. I do want to be more defensive here. So let's Survivor, discard that. So that's up to 23. I'll go up to 24 and take 1 damage this turn. That's totally fine. This is 6 damage. This is less than 6 damage, but more than 6 damage over time. That's a great turn. And if we walk into the final fight at 79 life, I would be ecstatic. Alright. This is potentially lethal. So we go up to 29 times 3. That is going to be more than 58. Yeah, so that's 87, and we're good to go. Alright. Start each combat with 1 strength. Strength is basically meaningless for my build. Ooh. Deal 20 damage next turn, draw 2 additional cards. I think I have enough energy where that's good. But it's not on theme. It slightly dilutes my deck. I don't know that that's necessary. Like, I don't think it's bad to take it. Like, it's a powerful card, but it's 2 energy, and I foresee this getting stuck in my hands sometimes. Like, I have a good amount of extra energy, but I'm gonna skip. I feel confident about the deck as is. All right, I can only. All right. So whenever I play a card, I take 1 damage. Inconvenient. At the start of its turn, loses 4 HP. Oh, that's my initial poison. Okay. All right. So let's footwork, and we just want to like throw as much poison as we can on this thing. Let's set up for the long game. Let's footwork again. Let's neutralize. Shiv. 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 Now I have no attacks, so I can Impatience. Alright, so we're going to get to start the poison train this turn. I would love to play Tools of the Trade, but I don't know that I need to. Like, doing so would involve me popping my energy potion. Although, at the same time, it also allows me to, like, take 11 block into the next turn, which is not insignificant. You know what? I've talked myself into it. Alright, that's a lot of statuses and a lot of terrible cards going into my deck. Oh, you're just going to casually attack in for 60. But it might not actually matter. So I double this, I triple this, I triple this again. I backflip, and I guess so that I don't take 60, I pop the Ghost in the Jar. So it takes a maximum of 300 per turn, but like we've got everything covered. Yeah, I am quite pleased. It is dead. I just have to make sure I don't like magically die. So I can weaken it, and then backflip, and then I can defend, and then I can Cloak and Dagger. That gets blocked. Yeah, I don't even need to like do these shivs. They're not gonna do anything. So basically, anything that's not a defending... I don't even need to do anything. Just die. Alright, so I don't know what happens from here. But I assume everything is happy ever after. We'll see if I'm wrong. Looks like I get some action shots. I have slain the Spire. I get to see the moon now. Alright, true victory. And a little achievement. I get additional card art and some new unlocks. Alright, so I get the Art of War, Courier, and Pandora's Box. Awesome. And that's just credits now. Now what? Has it been done? The Spire sleeps. And so shall I. Well, cool. Maybe that means there's another boss or something that I can fight a little bit later. I'm not gonna go again tonight. I might like try this again some other time though. Like I really enjoy playing this game, and it's fun like talking through the decisions. like, my girlfriend and I were playing this game the other night, and she thought it was, like, really fun to just play through together and talk through the lines. So I enjoyed this a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this tonight. It's a departure from the Magic content that I'm usually doing, but I hope you all enjoyed. If you enjoyed and you're new to this channel, feel free to follow. And I will see you all again soon, folks. Good night.